We have a really beautiful apartment here in this building, and I'm going to show you exactly how to capture a virtual tour using Giraffe360 Pro camera. Okay, so let's prepare the property before the shoot. One thing we want to do is open all the doors so they also stay open. So we have a good tracking for the LiDAR and also a good virtual tour. Then we want to make sure to open all the window blinds so we have enough light. And sometimes you'll have a darker day, so I definitely recommend to turn on all the lights as well so you have an extra light. And the last thing is to check so nothing is moving during the shoot. So no pets, no fans turned on, none of that. So we already checked, there are no pets around, so we should be good. All right, this is how you assemble the camera. Auto hide tripod, just spread the legs and take out the extensions. And long press to turn on the tripod. While that's done, take out the camera. Just place it on the tripod, it snaps, and turn it on. Now that the property is set, we're ready to shoot. But first, let's decide on what kind of flow we want to use. We have flow 1, which focuses on floor plans and virtual tours in all of the property. Then we have flow 2 that focuses on immersive video capture. I'm going to use a hybrid flow, so I get the best of both worlds. So fast capture for the virtual tour and floor plans, and I'll do some extra scans in the key areas like the kitchen or living room, and I'll get the video outputs in those places. All right, I'm ready to scan. I usually start at the entrance or outdoors. That's the best starting point for any virtual tour. So this is our entrance and the hallway, so I'll start here, and then I'll go room by room and scan all of the rooms. I will try to not to do any backtracking, so just finish a room, move to the next one, finish the room, and so on. If this was multi-floor property, I will completely finish the first floor before moving to the next one. So we will start with the single scans. As you can see here, I have selected single scan. So what it means, it's gonna do one scan per position. When I'm gonna be in these key areas where I would like to have videos, I'll switch to double scan mode and scan with double scans. Camera will perform 2 scans in a row, one on the highest level and one on the lowest. This just gives more data for videos to happen. But for now, as I said before, flow 1, single scan. So I'm ready to go. Switch back to single and I can start scanning. And you need to move out of the room when the scan is happening. When you hear the signal, the scan is done, you see the preview, and I get my first scan. And I can see it on the map as well. I would still recommend to place the camera in front of the doors and then another scan inside the room, so we have the best scanning coverage. We call this scan it in a line of sight, so we can reconstruct that data properly and we're not missing any scans. Another maybe rule is not to place the camera directly in the doorway. It's better to scan it before the doors and after the doors, but do not place the camera in the doorway. It's just how our technology works, and it helps to make sure we have accurate floor plans and virtual tour. So I already did the scan here. I'm ready to go make a next one in this room. This one is a quite simple room, but I would place 2 scans because we have a corner there. So I'll place one relatively center in the room. It's usually the best coverage. As before, just press scan and move out. So scan usually takes roughly 30 seconds for the single scan, and you hear a beep when it's done. It's best to move out of the way so you're not in the shot. And if you happen to be in a shot, you can see in the preview, you can delete the scan and just redo it. As you can see, it's also showing me this map view where I was before. Now it's scan 2. I also have a line of sight between them, so that's pretty good. And I'll move on to my next scan position, which is in front of the bathroom. Always check if the alignment is okay. We do it automatically, but sometimes in more tricky properties or for some reason the tracking didn't work as well, the scans might not be aligned perfectly. In that case, you just select the scan and manually realign it. It's easier to check it after every scan so you don't have a compounding kind of mistake building up. Next one in the bathroom. It's quite small bathroom, but it's still good to do a scan, which is nice. I have a mirror there, but I don't have to worry about any reflections because the camera, after the processing, will remove itself from all the images and panoramas as well. So that's really handy. And I just go press scan again, move out of the sight and let the camera do the job. Sometimes the tripod legs might hit a door frame or furniture. You can just unlock the screw ring and pull them in while you move the camera. It's important the camera is always horizontal, so do not shake or tilt the camera too much, because when you move around, actually the LiDAR is constantly tracking the space, and this is what allows us to put the scans together. So if you tilt or shake the camera, the tracking might be off, and you'll see in the next scan that it's not placed correctly. It's also recommended to keep the screen facing you, so the LiDAR and the camera has a good view of the property. That also helps tracking. This is probably my next scanning position. I want to make sure I have a good line of sight to the kitchen area and also cover a good line of sight to the living room where I'll be scanning next. That's why I want to place it so somewhere here, so it's opened on both sides and I will have a good tracking and scans will be aligned. All right, so for this living room, I want to have videos in the end, like drone video, cinematics. So I will capture it in a flow 2 manner. I switch the camera to double scans and I'll place the camera more often, because I want to make sure all the furniture, especially the sofa and tables, are captured from all sides and there's no missing data. In practice, this means capturing every 3 to 4 steps. So for the outdoors, I'm going to use single scan mode, because at the moment videos are only generated indoors. So whenever you're scanning outdoors, just stick to the single scan mode. To adjust the tripod height, select the gear icon, tripod, and up or down. This is the height at which you will also see the virtual tour when viewing it. Rule of thumb would be bigger, more open spaces with high ceiling height can handle higher tripod position. Smaller rooms like bedrooms or bathrooms tend to look better at a lower tripod height. And that's for the flow 1 when you have a single scan mode. For the flow 2 with a double scan, you don't really have an option at the moment. The tripod will automatically go to the highest position and to the lowest. Hi, Yanis here from the future. There's one small detail I forgot to mention. It is regarding built-in closets. Many of our users ask us how do we capture everything for the floor plan needs, but at the same time have a clean looking virtual tour without built-in closets being open during the tour. So this is how we do it. So for example, here we have a bathroom, but let's imagine that's a built-in closet for example's sake. So here the door is closed and we scanned in that position 2 times. One with the doors closed and second with the doors open. And the second scan really is for that measurement capture, while the first one is the main one that is automatically being selected as the main shot for the virtual tour. So when you need to scan built-in closets, make 2 scans in the same position. First one automatically is the main one and the second is an optional one. You can also hide any panorama from the virtual tour, including this second one. So to do that, you go in the dashboard, in your project, find the panoramas under virtual tour, and you can hide any panorama. When you are done with the capture and you have all your scans and stills, the last thing is to upload the project. First, you connect the camera to your local Wi-Fi and then go to Project Management and press Upload. That's it. Now, after the upload is completed, the project will be processed and you'll get a notification on your email that the project is ready. Until then, you just sit and wait. The processing time varies, but on average, it's around 16 hours. Here I have the project opened, and as you can see, this is how you get all the assets delivered to you. You have your stills, your videos, virtual tour, floor plans, property website, 3D floor plan, and point clouds. For me, the most important one was virtual tour for this project, so let me just open it up, see how it looks. Great, there we go. I start at the entrance where I place my first scan, which is great. I can move forward by clicking on the navigation spots, or I can use the mini-map on my left side where I can jump straight to a specific point or room. And the delivery is quite simple. You go hover over the virtual tour, 3 dots, click, tour links, and you just copy the link and send it to your client. All right, that's it. That's how you capture a virtual tour with our Pro camera. And if you would like to know more about it, press the link in the description.